Hi, I'm Miscellaneous Stories, and this is the first season of One Punch Man. I'd like a like from everyone, and a comment from fans. Enjoy watch. So this is the story of one of the most significant moments of the anime One Punch Man. It happened 3 years ago. At that time, Saitama was still an ordinary person and did not have superpowers. He was looking for work. He suddenly met a monster named Car Atlantis. They started a conversation, as a result of which Saitama found out that the monster was looking for a boy by drawing noise and nipples on his shell. As a result, while walking near the playground, Saitama notices the very boy that the monster was looking for. At the same time, the monster finds this boy and Tama decides to stand up for the boy. He ultimately defeats the monster. From that moment, he decides that he must be a hero and begins his superhero training to gain strength. Then, in the story we are shown Saitama's victory over vaccines. Us. The Avengers of the planet Earth. Then the victory over the strongest brothers. The victory over the roof of the crowbar. And finally one of Saitama's most epic victories. In the first episode, it is a fight with the underground. Words? It is difficult to describe the fight. Let's better see how it was. In the end, it turns out that it was just a dream. He woke up, but we still meet their most underground people. He sees himself outside the window, who wins in a couple of seconds. This is the end of the first episode. The second episode begins with the city of Zed being attacked by a female monster named Mariha, who is being hunted by our second alpha hero, Gen. He is a cyborg and a future student of the site, Gen. He tries to defeat the monster alone, but unfortunately he loses, although he can't show his strength. Saitama appears, and, with one shapala, slaps Colorita Gen. Realizing how strong Saitama is, the students ask him. From this moment, the story of Genos's student and Saitama's teacher begins. After this victory, the site becomes interested in a secret organization called the Temple of Evolution. The leader is a mad scientist, named Dr. Minus, who wants to understand where Saitama gets his strength. Further along the plot, Saitama is attacked by a whole squad of monsters from the Temple of Evolution, including the Praying Mantis, the flagship of SSL, the Earth Dragon, the Armored Gorilla, and the King of Beasts. Saitama's unified state exam. They quickly deal with this gang of monsters, interrogate the gorilla, and set off in search of the Temple of Evolution to destroy it. Saitama the Temple of Evolution finds us. Genos instantly blows up the upper level of the temple, after which they find a way to the lower levels. They don't go looking for the doctor. Meanwhile inside the temple, a conversation takes place between Dr. Genos and the strongest warrior of the Temple of Evolution, Asura Kabuto. The crazy doctor asks to capture Saitama as a sample for research, with the mark not necessarily alive. Asura Kabuto and the doctor are located here. Genos himself immediately slams Saitama into the wall, and an epic battle with Saitama occurs. It seems as if Asura Kabuto was one of the first to feel the power of Saitama, and wondered where he got it from, after which Saitama finally told about his training. This is how he broke the power limiter, as a result of which, as if they lose their temper, he takes his super strong form, and tries to kill Saitama. In the end, he grabs him until he doesn't want to fly off from just one ordinary blow from the site. After all this, the doctor understands that it is better to stop with all sorts of experiments, and tries to change himself. The end of episode 37, episode 4. We are shown telling about the Paradise Gang, and about the leader of Hammer. The chapter is also in this episode. Debuts one of the main antagonists, Sonic, who is a modern Indian. He was paid to kill the team this time, which he ultimately did. He also sets out to find the gang, as all the members of the Paradise Gang are bald, which threatens the heroic image of the site. Sonic overtakes Saitama, and quickly kills everyone. Saitama only manages to find the surviving Hammerhead, the head of the team, who breaks his suit, and even manages to kill the kidnapper. Sonic then encounters Saitama and mistakes him for one of the Paradise Gang members. He tries to kill him with an accidental blow to Sonic's balls, completely immobilizing him. Sonic promises to take revenge on the sites for this disgrace. And so in episode 5, we are announced about the start of the 55 qualifying exam for heroes on the Yugen website. We sign up for these exams to join the Hero Association, and get the rank of hero. Saitama passes the exam, and turns out to be so strong, that you can just smash measuring devices and break all the strength and speed records. As a result of the exam, Saitama gets the rank of C-class hero. Age. Naz gets S-class, which is 3 levels higher. Then we are shown how the snake hero of the A-class tries to get rid of the newbie with the website, and the result is that the snake sticks his head on the ground. Then there is training in a real battle between the Yugen website. Sangi shows Naz everything he has. Unfortunately he never managed to hit the websites. This is where their training ends, and we watch it with music as it happened. And before the end of episode 5, we are shown a hero in the 1 grade. His name is Omoy Mask or Sweet Mashka. He pulled Guinness into a conversation to greet him because he immediately skipped all the classes and got to the very high class with class. So friends, episode 6 begins with Saitama thinking about Guinness's future training and, as a result, does not know what to teach him. Then he goes into the city in search of villains. As a result, he does not find any villains, but finds Sonic, who came to return the favor and take revenge, and Saitama still did not remember Sonic's name and calls him a pink elephant. Then the hero Tiger T-shirt interferes in all this, who begins to play to the crowd and tries to show how cool he is. In the end, Sonic randomly turns on Tiger T-shirt, and Saitama turns off Sonic because he began to attack civilians. After this moment, Sonic goes to jail for attacking civilians. Then, for the first time, we are shown from Sumaik the second versus class, who is nervous and wants to find a strong opponent. Then we are shown a mission to find the ghost from Z City, whose name is Combo Monster. 2 heroes of the class successfully lose the fight to this monster. Saitama, returning home, randomly encounters this monster, and remembers that it turns out he forgot to buy seaweed. After that, he notices that the monster made from these same algae. The hero later prepares seaweed, most likely simply by taking the axe body of monsters. And so in episode 7, a giant meteorite approaches the Earth, capable of destroying several cities, maybe even the planet itself. 3 heroes from the S-class, Genos, the Ringing Metal Knight, try to destroy this meteorite, but unfortunately, nothing works for them. In the end, the meteorites are destroyed by Saitama, although the fragments still destroy a large part of the city. A couple of days later, Saitama, walking around the city, meets 2 vile heroes, who are trying to morally humiliate Saitama. I am publicly accused of this. The destruction of the city by fragments from the meteorite in front of a large crowd of people. People begin to blame Saitama, to which Saitama reacted quite harshly, sending them to hell. Genos appears, calms Saitama down, and they safely go home. End of episode 7. Episode 8 shows us the moment, and the attack of the sea people. In the first episode, the hero of Aqua's, Stinger, begins to fight them, and manages to defeat several fairly strong monsters, but the Sea King appears and finishes him off with 1 blow from Stinger. After that, we are shown as Lightning Max tries to defeat the Sea King. He's unsuccessful at all. Then, Mazik, a hero from the class, and Sonic, who escaped from prison, come to the rescue. They also try to beat up the Sea King, but the Sea King is too strong, so Thunderbolt beats him half to death, and Sonic, thanks to his speed, manages to escape. We are then shown a human shelter, where the Sea King bursts in, and is about to kill everyone there. Some heroes try to stop him, but they are unsuccessful. The Sea King is too strong. Saitama, I know, is where the Sea King is. The Hero Association informs him of this, and moves to the place to beat up the king. Episode 9 shows Genos attacking the Sea King. He succeeds quite well, punching the king in the face, but in his retaliatory strike, the Sea King tears off Genos' arm. In short, they are tied up. Genos, with 1 arm, fights almost equally with the Sea King, who at that point has a demonic danger level, which means that Genos is doing quite well. Unfortunately, Genos loses, and then the disenfranchised arrives. The rider, who in fact has no power at all, manages to buy himself a couple of seconds before Saitama arrives. Then Saitama arrives, and knocks out the Sea King with 1 blow. However, the crowd once again tries to slander Saitama, saying he's a crook. Saitama laughs it off, and retreats to his home. At home, Saitama discovers a letter of thanks from the people he saved, as well as a letter promoting him to first place in C-class. He eventually invites Saitama to the association office, where he is offered the choice of remaining in the Axis cycle, in first place, or being a critic of B-class. As a result, the site decides to transfer to Class B. Episode 9 ends there, and so episode 10 begins with us being shown 2 ancient overlords, 2 in your class, that Sumek, who are dealing with this giant, direct a summoned meteorite from space at him. Then we are shown Guinness in the site, who at the invitation of Bang Silverfang, 3 of the class get to his school, where he shows several lessons and talks about his best student, Harrow, who went crazy. Suddenly, a messenger for the Society of Paradise bursts in, and announces an urgent meeting of all the heroes from the class. They are also invited there, and the site in the office shows us all the heroes from the class, together with whom Saitama is sitting at the table. Then he informs everyone about the death of the Great Seer, and her prophetic and destruction of the earth. During the meeting, the office of the association is attacked from the air by a gang led by the Heavenly King, who is defeated by an alien warrior Bill Zavgar, who arrived on an alien ship, led by the ruler of Poreso. In general, the prophecy begins to come true, which the seer predicted 99% of the city was destroyed, and Saitama immediately sets off to destroy the giant alien ship. Then she shows Mil Call of Gora versus Adonov's samurai apprentice, who is ultimately saved by the atomic samurai himself and several heroes from Class AB. The danger level is divine. Meanwhile, Saitama is inside the ship, clearing it of aliens, defeating one of the strongest warriors, Claire Bass, and sets off to find the main boss. So, episode 11 begins with the fact that the alien leader, Lord Barros, finds out about the attack by Saitama. Then we see the heroes of the class against Vinyl Zagar, who ultimately defeats him. The fight turned out to be very typical. Let's take a quick look at how it was. Then we are shown how Saitama deals with another strong warrior, Herbert Supo, who tried to throw all sorts of garbage and stones at him. In the end, Saitama throws a stone and cuts the alien in half. After that, the aliens decide to bombard the city and destroy all living things. The ship fires from all its... However, all the shells are picked up by Sumek with his CIP telekinesis, turning them around and sending them back towards the ship. As a result, this entire salvo hits the aliens themselves. Meanwhile, Saitama finds Lord Barros, who immediately appreciates the unlimited power of Saitama, and once again tells of a prophecy that speaks of a war from a distant planet that can once again ignite passion. The battle, after a short greeting of Barros' story, they begin to fight. Episode 12 begins with a continuation of the battle between Saitama and Barros, suggesting that we pay special attention to this battle, since Borov is one of the strongest opponents of Saitama. Their fight definitely deserves more attention. As a result, Saitama wins, because he is recognized as the strongest. Then we are shown a fragment where the first in the class, and my brain attacks the heroes from the class for allowing the destruction of an entire city. In the end, he kills all the aliens taken prisoner and leaves. Afterwards, a metal knight appears to whom the remains of the ship are given for research. Then we are shown this one, who emerges from the ship, and while talking about his victory, a slap appears in his nose, which tries to attack Saitama, not believing that he is from Class B, and was able to defeat the main boss. Genos tries to put her in her place for something, slaps him, slams him into the wall. Old man then appears and calms down the pompous 100 slaps, and that ends the first season. Well, that's all. From the bottom of my heart, thank you all for watching. See you in the next video. May luck be on your side.